How you doing, guys? This is Hybridsteel. Thank you very much for joining me in tonight's live stream. By special request of a person that was on the Discord earlier, I'm actually going to be playing Hydroneer tonight. And the reason why is because, well, this guy was having a little bit of trouble with his cables and his pipes and bits and pieces, and I said, sure, I'll have a look at it. And then I looked at it and just went, bloody hell, this is going to be a long time. So, instead of me sitting there going, well, you know, I'll make a video about it, screw it. Let's do this live, shall we? So we're here to pimp a plot. We're here to basically absolutely make things try and work a little bit better. So yeah, that's pretty much that's the stream tonight. I'm just going to sit here and try and debug everything that's going on here. I'm not touching logic, mainly just power, and I'm not sure of the batteries and so on and so forth, why they're all here. But we'll get there. Hydroneer, thank you very much for kicking goodbye, dude. So this guy's plot is quite exaggerated. It's nice. It's definitely different, definitely. But the idea is to basically just try and get things working a little bit better. That's all it is, really. That's the whole thing. It's all good. I might post on a video. Okay, that's fine. Do what you need to do. So first off, what we're going to do is we're going to sort this out, because you don't need 2 intakes. This is something that people do quite a lot of, where it's like, oh, well, I need 2 intakes. Well, no, actually, you don't. So to put it into perspective also, like filter-wise, this one filter is all good. That's fantastic. I'm not sure why you have 2 intakes running though. I mean, you could cut this down to 1 intake and just have this pipe joining this pipe here. That's all good. I don't know, it's very strange. So what I'm going to do is, first off, I'm going to sort out all of the piping and stuff underneath and see if we can make this just a little bit more nicer. I can understand why he's done this though. This is fine, but I don't know why you're running. The thing about this is I don't know what this is doing. I don't know why these are crossing. And this is annoying to me because it messes with my brain. So I think what we need to do is really, I'm trying to figure out why there's so much cabling going on and why everything needs to be here. If he's using power here, this one doesn't need to be here, this entire pipeline. Really. And if you're going to do this, don't. It annoys me. Right. Okay, so we're using power off of here. That's going up to here. So he's using this to do this. So these are fixing. That's fine and that's fine. So that's okay. That's okay. Where does this go? Oh my god. Why? This is going to be one of those that's going to give me a bloody headache, isn't it? Right. It's almost worth it. You just want to go. You want to back all of this down here and then just make it underneath the house, so you don't have to worry about pipes. Oh Jesus! All right, back in a minute, guys. Right. So, if that's what I would do. So this, even this, I would try and bury under the house. It's just there's a lot of things going on with this, and you don't need to do all this crossing. It's very, very obscure. So that's going in there, but we could take this and put that off of here, so you wouldn't have to have all this piping under here. So thank you very much, Mega Speedy. I can't remember how I delete stuff. Oh, I think it's just delete. No. Oh. So what I would do with this is I would put a T-junction here. So but again, I'm messing up with this because this is his front door. So yeah. So if we're gonna do that, then I can't remember how you delete stuff. This is the problem with like when they mess with the mod. It's not the middle button. How do you delete stuff with this new F7 mod then? No, this is just an F7 mod. So what I would do is I would take out his step, put that over there, take out the under of his house, and then I would go from here. Well, no, because he's got this. Why has he got this keypadded? This is the problem with like messing with like logic, power, and or water at the same time. Is that if you've got all of this going and you haven't figured this out to start with, then not being horrible, but it gets a little bit complicated for anybody who doesn't know your system. Oh, right. I need a thingy for this one. Right, so that's going under the house now. So oh, come on, RT and Y. There we go. Right, where's the other pipe? There we go. Chris, do you play with the F7 mod? If so, do you know what button it is to delete stuff? Because I don't know. Right, so now technically, unless he's got something plugged onto the back of that, this isn't needed. What is... Oh, it's a bloody reactor. I'm wiring that up to the other mains. There's no point in having all these power circuits. Right. So, from this point, we're going to connect it to this one here. We actually don't... Well, this one is the whole feeding pipe he's got going to here. I just want it so I don't need to use this anymore. So I think... Because his reactor's in here, so that's where that's going and that's where they're going. I'm not sure why he has all this cabling just for this. I'm tempted, I really am, to basically change this up. Homeless Mike, what's up, dude? I don't know the controls for the F7 mod. What is the F7 mod's control system? Where's the bloody mod? Right, bridge port. I don't know how to delete stuff, right? That's it. Mods. Mods. Legacy mods. Spawn menu. Yeah. I restore game logic. Oh, what a bloody hell. Right, okay. It's not Control C and Control V, is it? Nope. Nope. Screw it, I'm just going to pick things up then. Right. First off though, turning that off. Right, so I think because there's no real reason why he has all this power cabling to do this massive loop, I mean, we could actually move this there. And it's fine. And that's all good. And then from there, you just take... Oh, put that back. I know this means I'm going to have to, like, copy his network, but... I just don't understand why all of this stuff is just doing one basic thing when it's not even doing anything majorly important, you know? I mean, I get I've got to connect this up to here because this pipe is the filter for his entire like network, that side of the wall, all of that. I get that, so I'll connect that up, but that's not too difficult. Yeah. So, we need one of those. Right. Take that out. Copy that one in. And then we can get rid of all these. And it basically just makes this a little bit less complicated to follow. And this is all I was asked to do. I was asked to see if it was possible to sort out the piping and sort out the power to see if it's just easier to do certain things. It's easier if you don't have so much to start with, basically. I'm not here to touch his logic system. All of this is staying here. I know what it all does, just roughly, but yeah. Gives you headaches? Why is that? It's not that complicated. Well, in all honesty, if you look at it, it probably looks really complicated. Basically, what he's done here is all of this, these bits of logic here, from this to this, and this loop here, controls the durability of this. So this is a fixer. So when this gets down to a certain level of like durability, that clicks. Then this up here, basically this magnet, when the power's turned on and everything shoots off, because he's got this down as a limiter. So what's happening is when this gets to a certain amount, the power cuts, the magnet actually holds on to loose stones until the power kicks back in, and then the power cuts off of the magnets and drops all the stuff into the smelters. Actually, it's genius, but at the same time he overcomplicated it by having way too many pipes. Right, so now I just need to put this. I'm not even sure why he's done this. I have got the most updates, so F7 mod actually does this now. Oh, what's there? So I'm not sure why this is here, but I think this is, he's got this so you could turn the power on from the thingy. So what I want to do, personally, is I want to take this cable out. I suppose I could let me have a look at the rebinding. Settings and key bindings. That's forward, backwards, and so on and so forth. Backslash, sprint. Yeah, quick. You know what? I can't be bothered. Screw it. I'm just going to like, take things apart. So he wants that attached to that. So actually, what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to put that there. So we'll put this here. And going by, he wants this charged. So I'm going to stick that just on top. There you go. And then I want to change this. So he doesn't have to use logic to turn his pipes off. So I need a stopcock, which is there. It just means all he has to do to turn on the power, to turn on the water now, is that. Done. F5. Nope. Nope. Screw it. It's fine. So basically, so far, I've destroyed his logic system for turning on his water, which now he can just do with a pipe, which is fine. That's all he needs to do, just a pipe. He's probably going to sit there and just go, why'd you do that? Because it's easier. You don't have to mess around with all this diode bullshit. I'm going to be honest, right? Hydroneer for me was a lot more simpler when logic systems didn't exist. I don't mind power. Power's good, right? Power system, good. I like power system. Logic system can blow a goat for all I care. And he's oh, you know when your head starts going, eh. Yep. All right, I'm going to leave that there because I think that's okay. I don't like it, but it'll do. I don't know. Right, so under his house now, I need to sort out his water pipes and stuff on the other side. So, but at the moment, that's as simple as it's going to get here, because all you do now to turn this entire system on is click that button, and it's all good. You don't need this. I mean, I'll put it on just where do I put the little button? So here's the little button. I'm not sure why it's here, honestly, but now it is. So there you go. I think I get it now. So that's off now. Hey, Smiley, what's up? Simile, sorry. No. So, that's this bit done. Like, power and logic, completely fine. The thing that gets me is why he's crossing all this stuff over. So, yeah. What we'll do is we'll go and put all these pipes over on this pile. And then we'll be alright. It's just there's so much spaghetti in here. Okay, so it's definitely not that button. What I need is someone like Itchy to come in quick so I can ask him a question. How do you remove pipes? Okay, so what he's got here is really obscure. So he's split off a pipe here and it's going this way, when he could do this under here, so you would still get full power into here. You just use the shard instead of this corner. So that's okay and that's okay. I mean, if you don't want this to cross, then you don't cross it. That's as simple as it's going to get. He's got so many spare pipes though. Like, there's just mountains of them. How do I change the key bindings to the logic stuff? Take X, is it not X, Z? I'm just going to push every button now. I don't know. Honestly. Right, so that's just going to be a straight pipe going in. So, you know what, I'm not just going to duplicate, I'm just going to pick up a straight... I've got straight pipes everywhere now. So that one's just going to go straight into the back of his reactor, which is in that hole there. Now we can just get rid of these. If someone can jump on the Discord for me, if anybody's in part of the like Hydroneer Discord, and try and find out which button it is to bloody delete stuff, that would be amazing. And then this becomes a lot cleaner. It really does. It used to be. I can't. It used to be just a button. I can't remember which button it was now. Because the mod's been changed since I last used it. All I know is how to duplicate stuff. Right. Right. You can bury the cables. It's all good. Right. So, all of his cables and stuff are now under here. This is his pipe out to the reactor. That's fine. It's still a little bit wonky, but I mean it's a lot better than it was. Let's put it on. I think it's set to tab. Nope. Well, that's what I was thinking, so no, let's just drop. Because you used to be able to just look at it and just push a button. Where's the bloody Discord? Could see some margin. All good. Right, I need to get on the Discord quick. In the modding section. Just quick. Which button is default for deleting items using F7? Someone reply it, please, Itchy. If I can just, I'm going to tag Itchy up and see if he actually gets back to me quickly. Hey, well done, he is actually replying. Control middle click. Oh, yes. There we go, right. Right, so control left click. Oh, control middle click. So it's this one. Boom, 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 boom. That's so disorientating. It used to just be one button to rule them all. Okay, so that doesn't ruin his power at all. That doesn't do this at all. Let's follow the lines. So that's power, that's logic, that's this, that's that. That's everything. Let's put that back in the wall. Done. Ah! And it already looks much, much, much cleaner, right? Doesn't have half of all this crap that he had just lifted around. I'm not sure why I had it all there, but there you go. So now we're just going to get rid of everything. Now I know how to do it. The world is my oyster and I can remove everything. Manic, what is up, dude? Right, so that's the first bit of spaghetti finished out, right? So now his entire plant runs on one intake pipe, right? Which is this one here. Instead of having two intake pipes and wired up all differently and everything else, he's now literally just running on one. And that's good. And that's all good. See, I wouldn't have guessed either. Now, he's running filter. The downside is he's running his filter here, which means this side isn't actually being filtered. Right? So, go figure on this. So, what I want to do... I mean, that side not being filtered, actually, depending where that pipe goes. I think this pipe just goes to filling up. Actually, that's not too bad. So, this pipe is literally just to fill up his trucks. That's fine. So it actually doesn't need to be filtered water. That's good. Pimp my plot. Yeah. So that's all good. I'm not touching logic. I'm only touching it if I can replace it and put it back in a nicer place. But his logic stuff isn't actually that bad. It's just where he likes it. So I'm not touching it. Piping, though, is an atrocity. It really is. Like all of this. This is just... Doesn't need to be like this, man. Doesn't need. So I'm going to strip out his entire piping network as we go through this. And he's got an underground section as well. So this is going to be so much fun. So... Let's start from over here. So we've basically stripped out all this and made his entire network down to just one intake pipe, and that does everything. Non-filtered water goes that way. That goes to filling up his thingy, but I'm not sure why he's got such a long pipe just to do that. And even then, I mean, that one goes into. Actually, where the hell? Oh, that goes into there. Okay, so unfiltered water is just used as being water. That's good. Then. I'm going to sort out this bit here. Right, so we just need to move all of his flooring. This is the plus side to using mods. He had all of this hammered down. It was like, nah, I'm going to unhammer it all. It's fine. Okay, cool. So, I don't know why he's done... Why? Why? Where does this go? What the frack? Okay, so I think... really? Hold on. Oh, it's like building a wall of, like, crud. And just to be clear, right, when you're burying cables, I know using the, like, the funny tool is okay. Jeebus. Right, okay, so that's where all that goes. Gotcha. That can all stay under there, that's fine. So, when it comes to all of his piping here, because... Even if he's doing this, this doesn't need to be like... Oh, that's a little bit annoying. That can go in there and be happy. Stay. Now, I know this is against the cardinal rule, but hey, it doesn't matter. Right, now we need one of those. And then we don't need this pipe. That's all good. And then what I want to do, actually, if I... Ooh. I don't like the fact there's control on that one. I need a valve to go in that one. So, I need to go over here. Click that. It's all good. And now, if he wants to turn this water on without doing anything else, it's all good. Hey, what's up, Charlie? Welcome, dude. Okay, so that's fine and that's fine. Where does this go? Where actually does the shit... Where does this go? This is the problem with playing with people's systems. It's like, I'm really sorry, I'm just going to have to completely take it all apart right now. Okay, so what I wouldn't do, me personally, if this is his reactor and this is what's powering all of his stuff, even though this has got nothing in it, or it's got one little bar, you don't need this many reactors on one line. If you can get all of your power to run through just one reactor and then just branch it off, you don't need all these multiple reactors. So I'm wondering if this power line can actually be fed into his power line that's in here, because he's got a reactor in there. If you can just branch, actually, I might be able to do that, because if I can wire all of this up onto that one reactor, he doesn't have to have this bit here, and all this bits of piping can disappear. I suppose he's maybe done this for a reason, though, which is a little bit annoying. It's very annoying, if I'm going to be completely honest. But I mean, why would you do that? Hold on. Okay. See, I think the reason why I get a little bit confused about this is because I run everything on one... If I can run it all on one system and systematically it all turns off after one go, it's all good. I think what he's done here is this reactor basically powers all of this, because when he clicks that button, all of this kicks in and it's all good for him. It's not very good if you're trying to, like, slim things down, though. Because if you're trying to slim it down and so it doesn't make as much mess... I'd bin this. I would literally just throw all this in the bin and be done with it. I wouldn't touch it at all. Right. Yeah, I'm sort of understanding his build a little bit, but he's made it. He's almost like it's made it like really, really complicated for just no reason. Like, I mean, this is why I build things that are simple, because if you do stuff like this and you sort of overcomplicate the process, it gets hard to read, and it's like, okay, now I need help, and then no one else can help because you don't know what you're looking at. So what he's got here is he's got a booster that runs into his conveyor belts, and this is boosting this line as well, which is fine. And then this booster is boosting the harvester, and at the same time he's, oh my god, give me a sec, he's clipped. He's done this so he can turn things off as he goes through, so it sorts itself out. Jesus, I mean, this is like next level mad scientist for me. This is my understanding of this game goes out the window after a little bit, because, mate, for me it's just keep it simple, keep it stupid, you know? I don't know how that sounds, but, and so far all I've literally done for him is sort out the starter section, and that's it. That's all I've done, because everything else I'm too afraid to touch because I'm going to break it. I really break it. I mean, it doesn't need to be this mad. This is literally, this turns on the water to the harvester. Why? I don't even know why this exists. This is the problem with, like, when you get into a point of, what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to stack all his boxes, right? So he can put these back himself, just so he can put them wherever he likes. What I don't like is when someone says, yeah, can you sort out my stuff? And it's going to be honest, I'm looking at this going, you are. I don't even, mate, I wouldn't even know where to start to turn his machine on. That's the thing that's the thing that gets me. It's like he's got so many little switches everywhere just to do like things. Like for me it's simplicity. It's that works, that's all good. What he has here, right? And I'll show you when I've put his blocks in, so he can work these out himself. So he can put all his platforms back. But I'm only ever good at sorting out power and like water. So I've minimalized all this down to just this one thing. So he can turn on the water here and it's all good. This makes sure all of his power is on. And in here, right? In here alone, he's got a reactor and some switches, right? All good. But if you can work your entire system on one power reactor, which this can be done, then that would be good. But his reactor powers this, which powers all of this stuff, which powers all this, which then powers it powers a battery for some obscure reason. He's got so many batteries, and I don't even, if I disconnect that one, I don't even know what that battery's doing. And this is why I said, if you were going to gut this system, it would literally just run everything on one reactor. But I don't know if he wants that done, so I'm not going to touch it. This bit here, I don't know why he's done this, but I suppose it's when one of those switches is turned on, that turns the water on. So what he's doing at the moment is, I'm going to assume that's going to pump water. So I've turned the water off for now. Yeah, I think I've turned the water off. That's the water off, and then that's the water on. So that one switch over there turns this reactor on, which turns on his entire electric system. Basically. I mean, me personally, I would just keep this on. So what I would do is I would have this here, and as soon as I push that, my entire system turns on. But he's done it a real weird sort of like weird way. Which is madness. So I mean, if he really wanted to, he could actually he could take this out and this out and this out and this out and put a T-junction here. So this would actually turn the water on for the whole system without this bit here. But if I pull, water is flowing through that at the moment, and that's going into here, which means his conveyor belts are working. See? So the reason why he's got a battery in here is because this is powered, which means he's doing, this is 100% straight off the bat, which is okay, but it's still a little bit mad. Anyways, so that's what that does. And then he's got all of this piping. Even this is, yeah. I don't. It's easy enough to sort out, but if I take this off, this isn't going to work, right? Because he obviously wants this to stop, and he just wants this to stop this water supply. This is next level WTF, basically. And what I would do with this is I would take this out. So, where's this water going? Right, I'm taking this out because it doesn't need to be here. Right, this bit, this bit, this bit, this bit, this bit, this bit, this bit. And the reason why this doesn't need to be here is because he can just cut across the lower straight from here. See where I'm going with this? But I want it to loop right next to it. Yeah, we'll take the short route. It's fine. And then what I want to do is get another T-junction. And we'll put this there. Take that one out. Copy that through. Oops. Cool, right, so that's all of this done. And then, because he's not looping over this anymore, so we can take this off, and 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 this off. All we have to do with this is turn this into a T-junction. And that's all good. And there you go. That's how to get rid of all of that piping that just looped over the top for no major real reason. And with this, I mean, this is a little bit more of a pain in the bum. But again, with this, we can take this off, and this off, and this off, and this off. I'll follow that round and find out where that goes in a minute. Take this off, and then we need a T-junction again. Doing good, man, doing good. Right, cool. So that's that done. And then he's got these ones to be powered out as well. And that's fine, right? That's good. That makes it a little bit more simple, and it's all in the... and now, he goes underground with this. But it's looping underneath his build and through the build because that's the way he's built this. And I have no idea why. I mean, if you just make a circuit with piping, it's a lot freaking easier to read. It really is. So I need to find out where that pipe goes, where it comes out at least. Okay, so that's what he's done. He's dug all of his piping underneath this trench. For I have no idea what reason. Right. So if we take out this one, this one, this one, this one. Right, so that sort of works. Stick that that one, because that's where that's going, that's where that's going, and that's where that's going. Cool. Get it so far? Good. Right. Yeah. So that load of pipe diverts over to there and starts feeding up all of that and over there, and all good. We could almost do this in one big circuit, so we won't even have to worry about doing this. Right, so we can get rid of this. Don't worry, I have a plan, me lord. I'm sorting this out as I go. So that needs to stay there, and that needs to stay there. All of this, I'm going to leave that one there, because that's what he wants to keep, I think. So we can keep that one there. That's fine. And that's fine. That's fine. Right. So now this all runs, so we don't have to go under here. We can just connect this up to here. I need a corner. There we go, one corner. Awesome. And there you go. So the water's going to come flowing through this way. It's going to head into there and power that. It's going to power the reactor and then power into there and then go off this way. There you go. Simplicity at its finest. All good. Right, so that's okay and that's okay. Yeah. Right, let's follow the piping to here. Okay, so this goes mad cycles right now. So I'm going to move this one. And with this one, what I want to do is I want to copy this in here, chuck that there, go there. So that's an off switch. Why do you have an off switch there then? Okay. See, this could all be sorted if you just had a stopcock right before the system. So at the moment, all of these are on this one system here. X-Pipe, I don't know, man. So if he wants to stop these, he could have a stop here. The thing is I work on a different I think he's got this down where he's doing like, where he works on everything, he turns things on all at the same time. For me, it's just I'll turn everything on as like in one go and just go boom. But there's just so much power and stuff running around. It really is. It's just mad. Right. Again, let's get rid of this. So I'm not sure why this exists. Right. So I need one of those. I'll stick that here. And then all this feeds on one pipe. There you go. So that one over there controls the water flow that goes this way. Everything now flows on that one pipe loop. You don't need all that OTT stuff just to do that. It's done. And he could actually remove this, right? And we'll have that there. Get rid of this, and this. Stick that there. And stick that there. And now, if he wants to turn on his conveyor belts, he uses that one there to turn these on, which I could. Actually, that's not a bad idea. So we'll chuck this and that. We'll put this there. Get rid of that one. And do that. So then that's all good. So all of this now flows on one. That stopcock there controls that conveyor belt and that conveyor belt. There you go. And it all works on one round system. And then the water flows through here. And if he wants to turn down there on, it just turns this on. So it's all manual for me. I don't worry about logic. So this pipe is the one that goes up. It comes down here. And then goes down into there. So he's got a Goliath build down here as well, which is pretty cool. I like Goliath builds. Again, more reactors. You don't need these reactors down here. This is null and void. If you can run a power cable up top, you're all good. Then you could just run it off the one power line instead of having a reactor. You know, that's what I would do, me personally. That's just how I think. Obviously, he's running Goliaths and Davids. He's using the powered Davids and good Goliaths and everything else, and that's okay, that's okay, and that's okay. There's not really a lot down here I need to mess with. I mean, his setup's pretty solid. You know? I suppose the only thing that I would do is... I mean, the booster's fine. The power's fine. As I said, there's not really a lot else I would really touch down here. It's fairly okay down here. I mean, I know what he's doing. I know what he's aiming for. Me personally, I'd probably aim. Actually, what we'll do? Give me a sec. We'll help him out a bit. I know they say, well, we always say don't overload your circuits, but gotta be honest, if you're putting spacing up in here, then with that, there we go. So one thing I would definitely do is, this is just something I would do if anybody is watching this and going, hey, what would you use here? Personally, I would use centralizers. Centralizers are what you need to keep all your dirt on your conveyor belts and so on and so forth. That's just how it should be. The thing that's getting me about this is this doesn't need to be here, really, because he's dropping it down onto here for no reason. He could literally just I think I understand the reason why he was doing that, but he doesn't need to do that. So we need a corner. F7 out. F7 belts. Conveyors. I need a left, or is it a right corner? Right, there we go. There we go. So now we can get rid of that one, move that there, and get rid of all of this fluff. We don't need this. What I really should do is, like, may have to copy up a booster because I took these aren't cheap, so yeah, just put it down, it's fine. And now I don't need all of this. There we go, simple, easy. That's a normal belt. We need a centralizer for there. Keeps everything together. It's all good. There we go. So that can go there. Get rid of you. Right. Don't know why. Also, I mean, this seems a little bit long-winded, doesn't it? Actually, I'm not going to mess with this too much. So what I would do, and this is just me again, I would, where this meets here, I would build my conveyor belt here and just take all this off and then just build it straight into this funnel instead of going around. But again, it's just me. You don't have to follow me, you don't have to listen to me. I'm just here to try and help. I think we're pretty much done with this like section, really. And we've straightened it out a bit. If he needs anything, we actually, you know what? Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this here. And there we go. So I'm going to put these there just in case he wants to turn the power off here. But I mean, it's actually not that bad of a build. Me personally, I wouldn't use these at all. I'd use windows still. That's just because of how I do things. He's grinding down enough dirt. He's literally getting down to like, I mean, I guarantee this lags. He's got 10 grinders running at full capacity. That's 7 pieces of dirt from each one, so that's 70 pieces of dirt, and plus the stuff down below. So he's running 70 pieces of dirt every couple of seconds. So before that goes through the mulch and goes through the sorting, he's running at like 300 bits of dirt every couple of seconds. That's a lot of dirt. So something I'm not understanding is this. I don't understand it. The reason why I don't understand it is because he's trying to filter all of this stuff into this one thing. And I get that, but why didn't you just build a funnel out of board? This stuff. F7 walls. Build items. We need metal sheet. There you go. It's just so hard to get into these little bits. There you go. And then that takes away the need for all of this stuff. And it'll just fall in the funnel. It's all good. What up, dude? How's things, Manny? So, yeah. As I said, I'm not touching logic. I'm not... Power I don't need to touch. I think it needs a little bit of cleaning up, but nothing too major. It's actually 11 o'clock for you. Yeah, it's 20 past 10 for me. But you're an hour ahead. That's fine. So yeah, now his entire pipe system now just goes around this one loop. So it goes all the way around here, powers up all of this stuff, 100% worth of power, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, and that all goes around to that last power supply over there. I mean, in fairness, no, there isn't, unfortunately. I think what we could do, I'm just trying, because I don't, right, so what I've done is I've cut all this corner out, which is completely fine, but at the same time, it's a long way around. It should be okay though, it's fine. No, I tend to get rid of all my files as well, so, in all honesty, man, I think I'm almost finished. Let's go, apart from, and this is alright down here, doesn't need any help down this way. All this is in. That's all good. I suppose... you could... Well, I mean, that's even a small change. That's not even much of a change. There's no point to that. I was going to say, you could just belt all this together and just go for like one line. And then just branch it out. But that's pretty much what he's done here. He's mapping it along with his build, which is good. But yeah, apart from what I've done, it's looking alright. I don't want to turn it on. The reason why is because it's just there's so many things about this build I don't get. Like, I don't understand why he's got like 4 or 5 different on and off switches just to turn this thing on. Really, I don't get it. I understand the water section, but I don't understand why all of these switches exist. And I don't even know which order they're supposed to be turned on. So I mean, his build's pretty impressive. I like this room. It's small, but it's there. But yeah, it's his stuff. But all he now needs to do, literally, to turn this entire build on, is that. So that pilot switch is on. Which has turned all this on. Which means this water's on. It's starting. For some reason, it's starting to lag. So that turns on his water. Interesting. So this is actually his smelter. Hold on, it's actually drilling. Right, okay. Right, yep. That's why he did that. So when you start turning things on, you think, hey, this is why he's doing this. Right, I get you. So, I get this now. I get it. So what I would do then is I'm going to bypass it. For this, right, and it's the same. It's the same for this line as well. So I need to take this one out. Stick this in, take that out and put a corner there, and basically I need to bypass his drills with their own water supply. Done. That's fine. So now he's got a little bit of control on his now he's got the control on his drills when the power or the water should be able to just go on its own. So that one doesn't need to be turned off now. That one's fine. So now all the drills should start moving the dirt. What we're aiming for, it's all good. Yeah, no, this isn't my mate. This isn't my build. I'm just making sure it works. Not my stuff. So that's that down there is a Goliath build. Basically, I'm here just sorting out your stuff. This isn't mine. So that's okay, that's okay, that's okay. Fine. Yeah, that's because they're not on. Because this epoxy reactor has to be turned on for all of his stuff to work. This is what I don't like about this. Right? So because he's done this in like 3 or 4 different ways of like smelting stuff and messing around with it all, like it takes ages to do anything. Oh mate, I'm Shanaby. Just out of curiosity, not are you new to this channel? Because if so, then yeah, I've done a lot. Not sure why they're flickering though. It's almost like there's not enough power getting to them. And this is the problem with like launching this up right up in the air. So that's power and that's logic, but it's flickering too much. It's not standard one bolt. So they're not going to work because they haven't got the power. And all this is linked to this one reactor. Yep. Very, very strange. Right, so what we'll do is we'll turn off those settings. Gameplay. Do not save Let me just go back to thingy. Back to the main menu, and then we'll come back to this one and we'll see if the actual smelters are just pure smelting. No, they're flickering. That's not supposed to be happening. Well, it's powered. Go and check his other one. Yep, that's got power in it as well. Right. Okay. So we're going to follow this now to see if it melts in the smelters. Might have just been a glitch where when I turned off the power. Yeah, it was just where I turned the power off. It's working now. There you go. And that's perfect. And then, so because all this water now runs on that one line, so all he has to do now is hit that button there. All of this should have turned off. No, okay. So what's that one do then? Right, let me just follow this for a second. Okay, so that just turns the reactor off. Interesting. So that's the water's on. That's just pushed out the bars. Right. Then we turn the water off. But we didn't turn the water off. We turned the water off to the... So he turns the water off to the reactor. This seems so backwards. Why don't you just keep it on all the time? I mean, I suppose you're just trying to save power, but the problem with saving power is you have to do an extra thing just to do everything you would normally do. That just makes no sense. Oh, cool. Yeah, man. I've even asked for a code for that. I haven't heard anything, so I'm probably not going to get it. But yeah, I've seen it. I guarantee it's definitely on my radar. I've put it on my wish list and everything. And the reason why is just because I think it will be a fun game. Right. Well, I mean, I've done what I can with it. It looks a lot tidier than it was. Let's put it that way. So I might start doing these again, like when so when 2.0 eventually comes out at some point, guys, I'm going to be able to do multiplayer, right? Which means if you guys want help with your plots and bits and pieces, I will actually be able to jump into your game, and we could do this. We could sit here and do a live stream, and I could go through it all and just show you what not to do. But I will be making a shed ton of videos as well. Yeah. I'm just going to stack them here and be happy. But it works. It's all good. Right. So what we have done, and he'll probably go, oh, I didn't want that. So all this was all spaghetti junction, two intake pipes and everything else, which we don't really need. So I've turned this down. So everything runs on this one intake pipe. So there you go. The reason why is because, I mean, in all honesty, you could have a second one here just in case this one fails, because the batteries are going to keep running out. This is why I don't use that. So the main reason why I don't use a main power supply just to do this is because it's a pain in the ass. What I would do is, because that line there, actually, you know what, I'm going to do this now. So I need that other power cord. We just copy it up and we'll be alright. So this is what I would do. He doesn't have to listen to me, it is fine. So let me just take that one out. Let me grab that. So that's now boosting all of that water. It's all good. Let me just take this out. I'm going to put this down here so he can put all this back if he really wants to. But I wouldn't do this. Any thoughts on the game New World? I've got New World. It's not bad. I haven't played it as much because I've been, in fairness, really busy. But it's a good game. It'll brick your PC if you don't have the right bits though. So what he's doing, actually you know what, we'll keep that there, but I will just put a corner in. Oh, I can't, because it's a epoxy thing. Trying to think how I can do this without If we take that one out, put that one there, move that one there, do that one there, and then we'll bring it's, as said, it's not a bad game. It's one of those grindy RPG games, so you just have to unfortunately get into it. Right. It's a good game though. Lots and lots to do. So this is how I'm getting around this. I need one of those. No, not one of those. One of those. Okay, that's fine. So now what we need to do is we need to put an intake pipe on here. So F7 pipe. We need an intake pipe. And there we go. So intake pipe. Turn on intake pipe. Turn on the power. That should be working. I didn't disconnect it straight from there, did I? This is where it balls up, right? So yeah, that's that. This is why I don't mess with logic. Ah, that might be the reason why. Turn that on. There you go. So now, so the water's flowing. I suppose it's because there's no power. Oh, where's that one? Well, that should be generating power, unless it's because again, this is why I don't mess around with power too much. Well, technically that should be working. Stop hurrying at me. Right. So that's not generating power for some reason. Hey, there we go. That was my bad. Right. There we go. So that's what I would do. I suppose the reason why he turned this on here is so he can actually turn the power on and off. So there's actually no reason to have this anymore. But I'll leave it over here just in case he wants it on. Yeah. But it's generating power, so it's all good. And in order to turn it off, you literally just turn off the main water supply. That's all it is. And there you go. Ta-da! Right. A lot of these problems with this game can be solved by just taking everything apart. That's why I don't mess with it all. Like logic systems and stuff, I mean, they're okay, but it's just easier if you just fold everything into water and just be like, yeah, you don't need this. Like all of this, you don't need. When Max put in this logic and power system, it's all good if you want to make some like high quality stuff, but the water is ideal. You don't need to mess around with too much stuff. It's there, it's all good. So yeah, basically all of that one stopcock there controls all of this. All the power goes up. The non-filtered water goes into here, and that's a booster. So that boosts up into there, goes into there, and then all that unfiltered goes out to filling up the truck. This unfiltered water, if you follow this pipe, goes into here. Oh no, this is filtered water. So filtered? Yeah, filtered water goes into this conveyor belt and then flows the rest of the system. There you go. And that is it. And then all of this has been dealt with and cleaned up. All of this has been dealt with and cleaned up. And all this has been dealt with and cleaned up. Basically, in order for him to make his things work nowadays, he literally has to just turn on his water and he's all good. Can you explain the idea of the game? Make money. That's it. Making money. So, all he has to do is turn the water on. His entire system, up to this point... oh, I've got a frog in my throat. Give me a second, guys. I just take a pipe off and see if it works. So, up until this point here, everything will work. Here, if he turns this on, then this all works as well. That one controls these, so these don't work unless he turns this on. The water bypasses this corner, goes through here and goes into the reactor, which powers those two, and that's all good. We could actually get rid of this. So now these are controlled by that, so the water can just free flow through this and through that, turn on those, and then he's got the same cut-off switch here as well, which these control these drills, and then it goes around here, and then that controls the conveyor belt, which then controls that conveyor belt over there. Then, if he wants to turn on his Goliaths, he hits this switch here, which then goes down to here, and turns on the entire Goliath section. So, a couple of stopcocks. All he has to do, if he really wants to turn everything on all in one go, is wire this all up to a logic system, which is here. So what he could do from that one point there is to turn that water system on, and this water, and then those over there. He could just wire that up as he wanted, basically. Apart from that, I'm done, basically. He's done, he's dusted. I think I'm done. I've tried to make it as simple as I possibly can, which is okay. I mean, if I wanted to change this, which I could, if I wanted to, and the way I would change it is I would just not have this overhanging from here. I would tie it into where's his water? I would probably try and bring it across from somewhere else. But that's his build, that's up to him. But for me, I mean, this is okay, but it ruins it a little bit, you know? That's just me. I think I'm done. Genuinely. We've sorted out all of this stuff under here. This was all a mess as well. So I've tidied up all of his cables, put them under his house, so he doesn't have to worry about all of that anymore. All of his pipes go under his house, so that everything goes under here, and it just flows through. All this is just spare stuff that I didn't need. There's a mountain of spare stuff, I just removed it all. But yeah, that's done. It's bugging me because I know it's there. Oh, come on. I don't like... Yeah, there we go. There you go, that's better. It's straight now. And it looks better. It looks more... Right. This is what happens when you have OCD, by the way. There you go, much better. Yep. And now you realise my brain ticks, and it annoys me a little bit because things aren't straight. But this is all right. In all honesty, it works. It's all good, and I can't fault him for a lot. I can fault him a little bit for this. I mean, like I said, for me, I would just loop this all in, so it would just be one thing. So I would have like just one reactor running all the power. But I think he's doing this because he wants certain things working and certain things not at certain points, and he's just overcomplicated the situation basically of just building, but at the same time he's building but making it a little bit hard on himself because he's doing things separately. For me, I just turn it all on and be done. Anyways, I think I'm done, so that's all good. I'll send this off to, I think his name's Prometheus. So thank you very much for kicking by, guys. This has been Hybridsteel. If you have enjoyed this, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and notification button below for all other updates, and I'll be back here with a brand new video, live stream, or whatever else I do on this channel. Until then, actually, I will be putting up a poll, if anybody's interested, a poll where you can actually choose which game I'm playing tomorrow. I'll put a list in. If you have any other suggestions, chuck it up and I'll see what I can do from there. But thank you very much for kicking by. It means the most, and thank you very much for just joining me on this very short, well, I say short stream. It's been an hour and 20. But thank you very much for kicking by. I want to say peace out, have fun, and enjoy everything you guys do. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye for now.